Columbus be soon seeing cars on the road? Nobody behind the wheels. You know what I'm talking about? Those driverless cars, autonomous vehicles, AV. It's already happening in Atlanta, and a lot of folks saying that, you know, what happens in Atlanta, it's coming to Columbus, it's coming to Fort Moore soon. We have attorney Matt Kahn with us. Thank you so much for being with us on Midday. Come on in.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're just a youngin'. Did you ever see the Jetsons where they had autonomous cars? That was the old cartoon. It was, and the robots, the cars, all of that's happening now.
Yeah, so I grew up watching the Jetsons, and
Did
it's kind
you?
of wild to see that.
Wow, so it's here. So let's start with the basics. Exactly what is an AV, autonomous vehicle? How advanced is it right now? Is it ready to go?
Sure. So yeah, an AV is exactly what it sounds like. It's a self-driving car. And the way that these vehicles operate is through the use of radar and cameras to detect the surroundings, and then they have software that makes decisions like a human driver would. So they predict other motorist movements, the surroundings, and then choose a safe driving plan. And so there are about five different levels for AV vehicles, and currently the Waymo vehicles and other self-driving cars we see on the roads, like the one pictured here, are at level 4, which essentially just operate in certain geo-fenced areas without any human input.
Okay. Now, they're being tested in Atlanta already. What is it that's going to have to happen for them to expand and maybe come to places like Columbus?
Sure. So in 2017, the General Assembly passed a law that allows uh, on any Georgia road. And so they're already legally allowed to be in Columbus. And so really they can pop up any day now. What really needs to happen is some minor infrastructure changes that will allow uh, this outward expansion. And we're already seeing it sort of expand outwardly from Atlanta into, the metro suburbs. So it could be any day now.
You know, I don't know if you've ever been this far south from Atlanta or been in this area, but we have all kinds of terrain, and we have the rural areas, we've got the military, and they have their situations where you have to pay, and you have to stop and show your ID. Now, I can't help but wonder, how will AVs adapt to those kinds of changes?
Sure, and I think that's really the reason that they choose bigger cities as kind of the test areas. And so right now, Atlanta has a pretty good mix of residential and rural and commercial space. And so, we're seeing it work out fine. But these vehicles are equipped with radar systems, so they should be able to navigate, the complexities of any city or town in the state.
Okay, you're an attorney. My AV hits someone. Who's in trouble? Me or the AV?
Right. So, as with any new technology, we're going to see new legal challenges. And so, as an attorney, we're keeping our eye on sort of the evolving landscape here. And so, with a regular car accident, it's pretty easy. One person's at fault, and then the other person, can make a claim against that person. But with an AV, it's a little more complicated. We're going to have to look and see if there's a problem with the software or a design defect with the vehicle itself. And then it could also be a simple maintenance issue. If a company like Waymo fails to maintain the brakes on its car and then it rear ends another vehicle, that could be another avenue. And so we're keeping an eye on that, but instead of just a simple negligence claim, we're looking at maintenance claims, product liability claims, and then also the potential failure to warn consumers of the risks involved with using an AV.
So I guess if we're not ready, get ready, because it's coming. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
You too.